They have a word for it in Japanese, gambate. You do what you have to do because you have to do it.
On this Remembrance Day, many are honoring the fallen at their church's Sunday service. And among the churchgoers here, many would never know, is one woman who was once considered the enemy. Hiranaka was 2 years old when her family was forced from their home just outside of Vancouver as part of the Japanese evacuation from the West Coast. Pearl Harbor had just been bombed, and there were growing suspicions of a Japanese invasion in Canada. In 1942, the Canadian government evacuated thousands of Japanese, taking away their businesses and assets, everything they had, and sending them by train to internment camps in the BC interior.
My mother is a seamstress, and when we were evacuated, we can only take what we could carry. So my mother took her sewing machine because that's all she knew was dressmaking.
This was Hiranaka's home for about 3 years, the condemned Langham Hotel in Caslow. She shared one room with 8 family members. It wasn't much, but it was better than the horse stables that crammed together Japanese Canadians at other camps. The RCMP took her father to a road camp in the Jasper area, and her mother never knew if she'd see him again.
I think it really hurt our parents. But then to us it was kind of like my oldest sister always says, it was fun because there were so many kids to play with, because we were always together.
Hiranaka's family was moved from one internment camp to another, then to a small town in rural Alberta, and her family was eventually reunited with her father.
And then our boss came and picked us up on a tractor wagon, a wagon pulled by a tractor, and loaded us up on there and took us to this little 3-room shack.
She says despite the tedious farm work, the community of Tabor, which is about 3 hours southeast of Calgary, is where she went to school and developed friendships in a place where a Japanese presence was normal. Hiranaka says at the time she and her siblings never questioned their time in internment camps or working on the farm. And despite being treated like an enemy in her own country, it hasn't stopped her from wearing her poppy today. In Calgary, Laderas, City News.